$240,000 generated in less than 30 days with less than $1,000 spent on this one Facebook ad. Now, how did we do it? Now, before I go ahead and break down the exact steps and things that we did for this client, how we built the campaigns, how we coordinated with their sales team in order to bring this kind of results in such a short amount of time, and how we scripted the entire ad video, I'm going to give you a bit of context on who this client is, what he does, and there's also going to be a link down in the description where you're going to be able to see their official testimonial video that they filmed for us. Now, for some context, this client, his name is Freddie, and they run a renovation and interior design business in Toronto, Canada, specifically in the North York region. He initially hired us because he wanted a lot more qualified leads to feed to his sales team, and he didn't want to only rely on referrals. He's a very established business. He's been in the game for a very, very long time, but he's been multiple different marketing companies and it didn't work out that well. In the next couple of minutes, I'm going to explain to you exactly what we did, break down the steps that we took, the exact script we used for his ad campaigns, and also on the sales side, what we did with the sales team side in order to ensure a very high probability of success, which did happen. Now, the success of this deal and every other deal in general depends on two main things, of course. There's number one, there's going to be the marketing side, which we handle, including the ads. And then there's the second part, which is sales. Why? Because this is a lead generation project. It depends on us to generate qualified leads to the sales team, and then we depend on the sales team to be able to follow up properly with the leads, provide them with the right information, and handle the objections and close deals, which is about most of our deals. Now, most of the time, people like to separate these two departments, which is fair, but it's very important that these two departments work hand in hand together. And unfortunately, what happens a lot is that these two departments will beef with each other. For example, the sales team saying, hey, the marketing team is not good because they're not generating qualified leads, or the marketing team would say, hey, the sales team is not good because the leads that we bring them, they're not closing them, they're not following up properly, etc. They're losing the deals, etc. But it is very, very, very important that these two teams work hand in hand together. Why? Because especially they need to be communicating together fast. The sales team needs to give the right feedback to the marketing team quickly so they can make the adjustments and send better leads back to the sales team, and so on and so forth. If these two departments and teams are not working together well, then guess what? Most of the deals are not going to get done. So it is very important that feedback is exchanged in real time very, very quickly between these two teams so that improvements and progress and results can be made very, very quickly. Now, that's how we're able to produce phenomenal results for our clients, because we understand how the sales team works, and also we choose clients that typically have a very good and well-trained sales team. They understand the basics, they know how to do customer service, they know how to follow up, they know how to provide the right information to the right client, and they know how to add value, and especially emotional value, to the right clients. Now that we've talked about the importance of the marketing team and the sales team working together, that dictates a lot the success rate of the deal. Now I'm going to talk to you about and break down to you about the exact ad video, the script we wrote, how we put together the ad campaign, which produced such phenomenal leads and that helped the client close them fast. So right now in this video, I'm just going to play the ad so you can see what the ad looks like, and then we're going to break down step by step in the psychology behind it.
Hi, I'm Freddie from Remodel Canada. I'm the founder and owner of Remodel Canada. This is our showroom. We're about 20,000 square feet. We remodel all over GTA. We remodel residential and commercial. We have been in business for over 15 years, and we've completed over 700 renovation projects in GTA. Our clients spend an average of $30,000 to $250,000, but that depends on the type of work we're doing, and also depends on the materials that we're using, because every project is different. We have different types of remodeling concepts. In our business, we deliver modern, traditional, transitional type of remodeling. Here in Remodel Canada, we specialize in professional trades. We work with a lot of the special trades because these trades deliver what we really want them to. They're licensed electricians, licensed plumbers, licensed engineers. We also have our own liability insurance and WSIB. We take these matters seriously. If it's a ESA, Electrical Safety Authority, or a permit that needs to be added to the project that must have, we will provide. We specialize in custom remodels, in custom homes, addition, basement remodel, bathroom remodels, custom kitchen remodels, even commercial. Our team specializes to finish your project on time and within budget. If you have a home or even a commercial space to remodel, our team is ready to contact you and get that project started as soon as possible. Fill out a short form and our team is ready to show you some of the projects that we have already completed.
Okay, now that we've watched the video, I'm going to break down to you why we scripted the video this way. Now, before I go ahead and start, I want to make something clear that every ad that we run, one of the most important things that we have to keep signaling throughout the entire ad is gonna be credibility. How do we signal and demonstrate credibility throughout the entire video? Well, before I even break down like each phase of the video, the ad video itself, I'm talking about throughout the entire video. Like very basic things like the clothing that the client is wearing is important. Then there's the background the client is in is also very important. If you're in a beat up house and then you're talking about renovation deals, well, that could work, but generally speaking, you need to be able to play the character and also be able to show and signal subconsciously, indirectly to the client that you're going to be the right team or the right person they choose to do business with. And there's also going to be the way that you speak. So words that you choose to use. We can also include slangs inside if there's any industry specific slangs that we use as well. So those are pretty much the three big things that we try to get the client to whenever they film, they pay attention to. And now let's talk about the actual video in itself. So the entire video is about 1.5 minutes in total. Why? This is the first ad that you see. We want to keep it short. We want to keep the ad short, and we want to be direct. This is very important. We're not doing any brand campaigns. We're here to be very direct to the people, who we are, who we can help, and also who this ad is targeted to, like who it's for, what they need to have, and if they're interested, what action should they take next. So now let me break down to you the very first part that the client was talking when he was in the ad. Now, in the first 10 seconds of the video, we mention who the client is, what he does. And then also a small detail that we added in is that he is the founder of the company, which typically helps a lot with the credibility. Whenever a founder is willing to get in front of a camera and do an ad and get in front of their customers, this helps a lot with the credibility side. First 10 seconds of the video, we mention, okay, who he is, what he does, and then also if the founder is inside, then that's also an added bonus. We don't always have to put the founder in front, but if the founder is in the video, it generally helps a lot. And then immediately, the next thing that he mentions, that he has a 20,000 square foot showroom. Now remember, this client is in renovation. He's in the renovation space. Not every company or person can afford a 20,000 square foot facility. That's like a multi-million-dollar building. And if he can afford it, and it tells a lot about his operations, his team, his capabilities, and guess what? This again brings back to the credibility point. So long story short, if the client is able to afford a 20,000 square foot facility, that tells a lot about his overall capabilities and his team, his operations. Not anyone can afford a 20,000 square foot facility. That's a multi-million-dollar building. So that tells a lot about his credibility in general, which we always want to show to people. We can say we're here to really flex as much credibility as possible, because that's going to really help set the right frame for the lead that comes in. Okay, now once we've gone past the first initial 10 seconds and we've demonstrated as much credibility as possible, now it's time to let the viewers know again and remind them who this ad is for and what does the client help them with. And in this case, who is it for? Who should be the ideal people watching this ad, and what do we offer? And in this case, with the client, they offer renovation services. So in the ad, we just follow by saying, okay, so we renovate the homes for people around the Toronto area. Very simple. Okay, once we've let the people know who this ad is for and what we can help them with, now we're back again with adding even more credibility as much as possible. You're gonna realize throughout this entire ad video, probably about more than half of the campaign, more than half of the video is gonna be us flexing the client's abilities, capabilities, and credentials, all to demonstrate credibility. The entire video, 1 minute and 30 seconds, there's more than half of it, that everything that we do is to show credibility and trust. That's very important. Remember, this ad is shown to strangers. That's how we use, we can say cold traffic. That's how we convert cold traffic people into warm traffic. The next thing that we did to demonstrate that is the client mentioned that he's been in business for 15 years and that he's complete more than 700 projects. Now, what would that do to the lead watching the video? They're looking for a renovation company. They're looking for a team that is competent. Now, whenever you mention, okay, 20,000 square foot showroom, 15 years in business, and then 700 projects completed over his career. Do you think that he's a very competent person? Do you think that he's trustworthy? Of course. So this is what we want to show the leads that are watching the video. And plus, he is standing in front of his lobby of his massive warehouse and showroom. All of those things are designed to build trust with the leads that are coming in. Long story short, bringing me back to the main point, it's all about signaling that he's the right person, signaling to the right buyers as well. We don't want to attract financially not qualified people. We want to attract people that are willing to spend money. And typically the people that are willing to spend money, they care about speed, they care about a competent team, they care about quality of work. They want to know that you have experience, and also the type of language that you use, which I'm going to get into in just a little bit. And also, by the way, he's in a renovation business. So up until now, we've pretty much shown people that he's not just some handyman, and that he truly has a big team behind to be able to complete such a large volume of projects and be able to operate his business in such a large facility spanning over 20,000 square feet. So now we go into the next phase of the ad video inside of the script and what he says, and we've let people know that he's a trustworthy person. We've let people know who this ad is for, what they do, and who they service. And now it's time to really financially qualify the people. And one important thing that we do across all our direct ads or direct ad campaigns is we have to disclose the budget, or we can also say cost. Disclose the cost. Why? Again, we care about financially qualified people. We don't want people to come in and think it's going to be cheap. We want to disclose ahead of time for two reasons. Number one, for the person or for the lead watching the video. And number two, for the algorithm. Now you might be surprised, but the algorithm knows a lot more about your customers than you think. So we disclose ahead of time typically how much it costs, and also the algorithm is going to be able to learn on what type of customers they should be attracting to your campaigns, or what kind of people they should be attracting to watch your ad videos. And you're going to notice that in the ad, what Freddie, the client, was saying is that, typically on average, the client spends between $30,000 all the way up to like $250,000 or even more per renovation project. So right away, let's say if I was the person watching the video, I don't even have $30,000, I don't even have $50,000, and I want to renovate part of my home, then I'm gonna be disqualified. I'm gonna know, okay, now they're certainly not the cheapest. Yes, they have good quality, they have a great team, but I cannot afford it. Whereas if someone is watching it and they have the budget, they see, okay, he charged $200,000 maybe for a full home renovation, or $50,000, $60,000 for a bathroom renovation, kitchen renovation. I have the budget, and I like the way that he works. I like his team. He seems to be very credible. He seems to know what he's doing, and he's been in business for a long time. Let me fill out an application and let me talk to your team. So this is the importance of really disclosing the budget, disclosing the cost. We do that for every single ad video that we do. We want to let people, especially if our goal is to attract financially qualified leads, we always disclose the cost and the budget ahead of time. The remaining of the video is going to be pretty simple. What you want to do is just let the lead know how, like the details or a little bit how it works in general, like what they need to do. Or do they have to come in, schedule an appointment? Do they have to go to the showroom? Or how does the business work? And I almost forgot, for this client, there's also an additional part that really shows that he is a strong team. He mentions about his team are all professional trades, like licensed plumbers, licensed electricians, engineers, etc. And he also mentions keywords like WSIB, which is an industry keyword. He's insured, and they have all the licenses, certificates, and everything. So they show again that they're trustworthy. And again, the language they use is also very important. A unqualified lead might not care about WSIB or WSID, I forgot what it is, but for those that matters, and for the qualified ones, they want to know that you're licensed, that you're insured, and that you're going the additional steps to protect the business and the client. So these are very small details that really come in play when we want to hit those financially qualified people. And finally, at the end of the ad video, you don't just end the video right there. You want to let the person know, okay, if you're interested, what they need to do next. That's a whole point of a direct ad video. We get them in, we gain their interest and their trust, and what they should do next. What is the next step? Where do you want them to move forward to? In most of these lead generation campaigns, they typically want to either schedule an appointment directly, or they fill out an application so that the salesperson can qualify them ahead of time, or get a little bit of information about the person, so they're prepared for when they have their first introduction call and contact with each other. So that's pretty much how the ad video is in general. And now let me talk to you about how the sales team work, and the other side of we can say the collaboration, and what made it so successful. Okay, so now for the sales team, now that leads are coming in and they're qualified, one very important thing that they did very well is speed. They contacted the leads very, very quickly. In most cases, within the hour that they come in, they go through their application, they learn a bit about the lead, and then they text and they call them. Sometimes you're going to realize that the leads prefer to be called, sometimes they prefer to be texted, but they hit them from every angle. They don't just call them once and say, oh, he didn't pick up, it's a bad lead. No, maybe the guy is just, the person is just working, or the person is picking up his kids, or they're busy with something else. So they always leave a text, or they call them and they introduce themselves. Hey, I'm Freddie from Remodel Canada. I'm Freddie from this and this business, and I saw that you filled out an application, that you were inquiring about X, Y, and Z. I would love to show you some of the recent projects that we did and that are similar to what you want. I just want to confirm you're the right person, right? You're not some random person that just decided to fill out a form. So what they did is number one, they qualify the person. They qualify, or they confirm that they're the right person. Again, so the first thing that they do is they qualify the person just to make sure that they're not some competitors coming in, or there's some random bots. It might happen sometimes, but it's best practice that they just qualify, confirm it's the right person, so that they can tailor a message or a follow-up to that person. This is how you really make sure that the lead feels that you truly care about them. And they've been a phenomenal sales team. They contact the leads fast. They not only do they contact these people fast, but they have amazing customer service, and on top of it, they personalize each and every contact as well, so that the lead feels very, very comfortable. All of this is just to say that the sales team matter just as much as the marketing team, and how they work together will dictate and influence a lot on the overall success of the campaign, especially when it comes to lead generation for very, we can say, premium services, expensive services, things like renovation, high-end interior design, etc. We have a lot of clients in different niches in general, but this over the years with the clients that we work with, the sales team does matter a lot. Marketing is not some magical things that we just create. We still depend a lot on a great sales team to be able to follow up with each lead, be able to provide the feedback that we need as a marketing team, and to be able to do amazing teamwork together and produce amazing results. This case study video was just a small example of many clients that we have, but I just wanted to take the time to film this video to highlight some of the things that we do. And these things, generally we do it for most of the clients. This video is going to be very, very helpful to you if you also sell, and we can say, a more premium service, and that requires a lot of financially and qualified leads coming in.